Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Askley, the inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Askley, the inventress. Welcome to the Inventress Podcast. Let me tell you something. Before we get started, I have to, of course, introduce my beautiful daughter, Brittany. We have so many wonderful stories to talk about tonight.
We do. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving. I know it passed, but I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you ate a lot of food. I'm sure families argued. Some people slept on the floor. I'm sure it was a really fun time. We had a great time. We played games. We crowned the winner of Queen of the Night. We do a lot of crazy things. Our theme was diamonds, and diamonds are a girl's best friend and a guy's. So yeah, it was very universal. Mm-hmm. It was very, very fun. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, saying I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And now we're in December.
We had a blast. But I want to kick off by talking about your outfit, and then I'll get back to the holidays and the out. Maybe this is a part of what is this a holiday theme? What you have on right now?
No theme.
Looks quite comfortable.
It is. It's very comfortable. It's like 30 something degrees outside.
What are you wearing? Wait, who? No, not what are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
I am wearing. We'll start from head to toe. I am wearing Target. It is a very fleecy gray leopard print robe. Mm-hmm. And I am wearing, I believe this is Adidas or Reebok t-shirt, cotton. And I have Old Navy flannel pajama pants. Sounds very like a comfortable.
Marketing campaign. Mm-hmm.
It is in a way, but I'm not getting paid for it. I also have my glasses on, no makeup. I also have fingerless red gloves that I am wearing inside because I just want to stay cozy.
The studio's, it's a little chilly, I think, in here.
I just want to stay comfortable. So, and I also have a head wrap on. It's like a crocheted, light, like a lavender crocheted.
Do you know who you're wearing?
I don't know. I stole this from Gianna, my sister, years ago.
When she gets on the podcast,
No, she's seen it. She's like, is that mine? I'm like, yes. But right. She hasn't worn it in years.
Mm-hmm. Well, so she'll tell you who you're wearing after the show.
No, she won't. She won't remember. But no, I'm very cozy. I didn't wear a jacket. I just wore my robe, and I'm sure our neighbors think I have a problem.
In the other offices.
Well, when I left my home
to come to the studio
here, yeah. When I left my home to come here, my neighbors thought, well, who knows what they think?
Who cares what they think, right?
Exactly.
Do your own thing.
Yes.
You do you.
Exactly.
No, but you're comfortable, and this is a very comfortable studio. So you come as you are.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this podcast, this show, that when you are interviewed on the show, when you're a co-host, when you're a show host, you just come as you are.
No one can see what I look like. I'll wear what I want.
But you don't have a radio face, so you probably shouldn't even be on the radio because they need to see your beauty.
But they can't see my beauty in this outfit.
No, you're always beautiful, Brittany. Even behind the glasses. Well, you're very stylish, I have to tell you. The gloves really top it off. I love the hint, the touch of red.
I thought this was a homeless look. I asked John. He said I look extremely single. And I owned a lot of cats. The good thing is I'm allergic to cats, so that will never happen. Maybe a few chia pets, but I think that's it. And that's me.
Sure.
So, anyway.
Okay, so that means kind and giving. So if you own a lot of cats, I think that you're kind and giving. So segueing into the topic, one of the topics for tonight is about kindness and giving. We are, this is the time of year where many of us either give and love to give or get very aggravated because they're rushing around and they're waiting until the last minute to do their shopping. And this should be the time of year where people are giving and kind. Well, you should be kind and giving all year round. But in particular, people are, I think, for the most part, loving, giving, and kinder than they would be at any other time of the year, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I would think so.
I
Yeah.
think they are. I see a lot of kindness. I see a lot of rudeness, but I see a lot of kindness too. I see people cutting each other off on the parkway. I see people cutting each other off, going into the malls, trying to get a space.
Yes,
get
the big
parking
thing, a parking
spot.
space at the mall. Yeah.
Have you been cut off?
No.
No?
Well,
They know who you are. They see your outfit and they're like,
I'm a shark.
I'm not messing with that animal print robe.
Nope.
Or those red fingerless gloves.
Got that right.
That designer headband.
All of it.
Or that beautiful bun that you got on top of your head.
Buns
I'm not messing
for
with
days. So, yeah, it's about being kind and giving. It's, people that are less fortunate, people really need to stop and think, or just be conscious of people around you and people that work so hard. Tell everyone about what happened to you.
What happened to me?
At the Longhorns restaurant?
Oh, geez. Okay. So, okay. I'll make it short and sweet because this really shouldn't be about me, but this is a bit more about the waitress who was so amazing and kind. Okay. I'm just going to preface this by saying I gained a new awareness that I never actually had before when it comes to other people's works, because it's not my industry. I don't know it. I have my own things happening in my world that people are unaware of. But anyway, so a client of mine and I went out to discuss some business and so forth. And long story short, we paid for our check. We were finished in about an hour, I'm going to say, finished having dinner within an hour. Paid the check and put it to the side. But then we continued to talk. And I'm going to say we probably a half hour to 45 minutes later, we're still there. So then I started kind of feeling like, wait, and it was at the end of the night. Should we be sitting here? Is the waitress still here waiting on us? Because now it's the end, and is it time for her to go home? So I kind of had that in the back of my mind. And let me tell you something. When we got up and walked out and we kind of stood again in the foyer, that waitress got up and she walked out. So my heart really sank because I started thinking, she was waiting on us all of that time before she left. So she stayed while we were just chit-chatting. You know what I mean? And to me, I felt like at that point when I saw her leave, I was like, oh my gosh, was I taking up her time? Was it time for her to go home and see her child or whatever? All these things started running through my mind. And it's, to the point, it's an awareness, being aware of somebody else, being aware of the person who's waiting on you. And I just, honestly, I thought that when we paid the check and ended it, she was over. She was off. But she wasn't off until we left. So I felt very badly about it. And I wanted to go back the next day and just tell her, I apologize and just give her a little something extra for being so patient with us, because she could have come back to the table and said, what the heck? We're in Jersey. What the heck is still doing sitting here? And she didn't. She was cordial. She kept coming back. And I was like, why is she coming back? She shouldn't, she's off. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the point is the next day I went back and I apologized and she was so, and I give her a little bit more of a tip. And she was so grateful for that. She goes, in the 11 years I worked here, no one's ever done this. Do you know how much that blew my mind? Well, two things blew my mind. No, number one, the unconsciousness, the level of unconsciousness that I had, that I didn't really realize that she could have been waiting to leave until we left. Mm-hmm. And the other thing was that these waitresses and people who are waiting on you and helping you are not treated so nicely all the time. They're not. And it's such a simple thing to do, is my point. It's such a simple thing to do. Just give gratitude and be grateful for the people who are helping you.
Yes.
Especially this time of year. Especially this time. And she said I changed her life that day. And I mean, that blew my mind. I said, it really did blow my mind that she said that. I'm like, wait a second, for all of these people who walked through this restaurant. And she was such I hate to even say waitress, just a person who came by and helped us. And that was her job. I hate to say waitress.
Well,
maybe
server, whatever you want to.
Whatever, but she's a waitress.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people look down on waitresses. But anyway, so my point is just being aware and being more conscious and saying something kind to somebody else, right? Just say something nice to the person who's helping you can change their perspective on people and on life in general. And I feel like that's what happened for her, but certainly it gave me an awareness on my end just to be more aware, just be aware of people who are helping you. And
yes,
that you know what I mean?
Like servers, definitely, because there's people, you may not have enough money to tip them what you want, but even leave a note on the back of the receipt. Thank you so much. I wish we could have tipped you more. Something to let them know they were really, really good.
It's
and I always tip over the average of whatever 20% or something. If we have it, we'll give it. And I used to serve at a college bar, and people would tip me here and there. Some people wouldn't tip me at all. They just look at me like, okay, bye.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
they're unaware.
No, I think they're aware.
Okay, so I think that when people do that,
some people are just rude.
Well, there's I'm sure a lot of rudeness, but there's a level of unconsciousness.
Or they can be like, you know what, she's getting a lot of tips tonight. I don't need to tip her.
Okay, I get it.
That too.
And I guess these people are young. I mean, you're talking about college bar. They may not have money to tip and feel like what you just said.
Yeah, but
other
like,
people are tipping.
Give me some quarters, something. Just like
some quarters.
Let me know that I'm doing a good job. And a lot of people were like, you know, I don't have money, but you are so good. Like, they'll say that. I'm very happy I've gotten that in the past. But always, not even servers, just anybody, a gas station attendant, anyone just that's going an extra, or just say happy holidays. You know, you work so hard, especially the gas attendants at freezing weather, pumping gas, just making extra money or whatever money they're doing. You know, one guy squeegeed my windshield, and I'm like, I have to give this guy money. I only had a $5, so I gave him $5.
Good for you. It's $5. I'm sure and he's
like, no, I can't take it. Like, no, take it. You did this, but please take it. So,
and he did.
Yeah,
good for him. Good. Not of course, because sometimes they can't.
Well, I
they
forced him
trouble.
Anyway. It was a quick check thing too.
Good.
So yeah,
put it in your pocket.
It's the season of giving, and we just saw something on the news. It was supposed to be anonymous. This person,
the angel of giving.
The angel of giving. He purchased everyone from Walmart that had layaway. He bought everyone's layaway so they can just take it. He paid for their layaway. And how many people put stuff on layaway at Walmart? Probably a lot. Electronics, whatever. And on the news, they said it was Tyler Perry.
One of the people, yes. One of the people was Tyler Perry.
And that was amazing.
And he didn't want anybody to know. He didn't. And I agree with that. I mean, when you're giving something, you don't do it to get recognition. You do it because you want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? You do it from your heart. And so he was one of the people who do it. But people do it all the time, every year.
Yeah.
And it's such a wonderful thing. And thank you to all of those who recognize those people who are less fortunate or, are working hard for you. And say thank you and just be grateful. Say thank you to the people who are working for you, working with you. Do something kind. Just make sure you recognize.
Yeah.
Because that's all it takes. You know what I mean? Just a gesture, a kind word. Speaking of which, I have one of my clients has a product called Get Your Goodie. And it's Gotta Get a Goodie, it's called, actually. And he's got a doll that's a goodie doll. You guys have to go to his website. And I'll give it to you. It's gottagetagoodie.com. So it's GOTTAGETAGOODY.com. So this is it's literally a set of dolls that this guy created who go around telling stories of goodness and kindness and being grateful. In fact, he has notes that he attaches to this goodie doll so that when you hand this doll to somebody else, you write your own, whatever, your thank you to somebody else. And he's got a little pocket in the back and really cool. And And I was with him the other day. I was with them, their company. And they said, you know what? There's not enough kindness in this world anymore. And all most people want is a word, just one word. You look beautiful, your shoes are nice, or you're pretty, or thank you for helping me. It meant a lot. It's just a word, a gesture. And people don't give any credence to that anymore.
They don't. Everyone's so self-involved, or they think about saying it, but they don't.
Gotta say it.
It's not going to hurt you to say
nothing.
it. It's going to make that other person feel so, so good.
Yeah. And, you know, with all of the texting and all of the social media and the behind the scenes stuff that goes on that people hide behind social media and its words, hurtful words sometimes great words and motivation, but people get lost and no longer communicate with one another. No face-to-face. There's no more face-to-face communication. There's no picking up the phone and having a conversation, or very few, especially for the younger generation. So, I mean, what's really nice is when somebody does pick up the phone and say something kind to you. Thinking about you, thought about you. You know, I didn't call you on Thanksgiving Day, but I'm calling you now. And I just want to tell you I love you, or I miss you, or, you know, thank you for your great deeds. It's important that we say this to one another. We got one life to live, and we got 5 minutes, guys. We're not here forever. Not here forever.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking of something, but I'll just say it anyway. About people, you know, saying you look good, this, that, and the other. There have been a few times where I don't know if it was I was wearing nice shoes, or I liked the shoes I was wearing. I was expecting a compliment. I was like, okay, someone's gonna have to say, "Oh my God, I like your shoes." No one said it, so I guess I just like my own shoes. But I could have sworn someone would have complimented me. It looked really good.
Well, sometimes people are afraid to compliment.
Yeah,
because they don't know how you're going to take it either.
And they're jealous. I could have sworn I should have gotten a compliment.
Mostly jealousy, Brittany. No, I think that sometimes, I have to tell you, people may not, because they're not sure of the response that they're going to get. Right. You have to take that into consideration. You know what I mean? Suppose somebody said something about your shoes and you said, "What about my shoes? What are you trying to start a fight?" You know?
I guess.
No, seriously. But some people, and I'm exaggerating, but sometimes people just don't know how to give a compliment. They're looking at you, but they may not necessarily know how to do it. You're different. You're from a different breed.
I understand.
You're a different person, and everybody is not the same. We're all not cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
You say things that nobody else would say. So and we all know that.
I know. So next time, if I don't get a compliment, maybe I'll just go up to them and be like, "I look really good today." Just let
Who are
them
you going
know
up to?
I don't know.
You're telling them that you look good?
Like, my shoes look really cool. Just like something.
Well, ask them.
I'm giving myself the
That's
compliment.
All. Well, ask John. John will always tell you how great you look, right?
Yeah, that's what I do love. He'll say, "I'm beautiful. I look really pretty today."
But do you really need it?
Well, if I have
the
new
outside
shoes
world?
on.
Well, you wore a brand new pair of shoes.
It's like somebody better know. So
somebody
I wore
better notice your shoes.
So I wore these shoes today. They were like suede black. I got it from Skechers like a few years ago. They're so cute. No one said anything.
But who's looking down?
I know.
This time of year, nobody's looking down.
At work,
they're looking
though,
straight ahead. They're trying to get their stuff done. And do you really care about somebody looking at your shoes and caring about your shoes?
I just needed a compliment today.
Oh, sweetheart, I already told you. You look beautiful.
That doesn't count.
Why doesn't it count for me?
Because I need a stranger. It counts from you, but
you need to have a okay. So you know in Practical Jokers, how they do. You need to have your own show. You walk up to people and you ask them how great you look. Ask them about your outfit.
They're gonna laugh or something.
No, ask them about your outfit. How about that?
That's very Impractical Jokers.
That's Brittany Ascalise. You should be on their show. I think, you know what?
I could never do that, though.
You're doing it now.
No, I can never actually do that to go up to him and say, hey, how good do my shoes look?
But you're saying it right now on...
I'm saying it, but I'm never actually going to do it because I don't think I have...
The chutzpah?
The chutzpah, the huevos, whatever.
Is that a tequila? Is that some kind of a... Wait,
Those
what
are
is
eggs.
that?
That's Spanish for eggs, meaning
okay.
balls.
Eggs meaning balls?
Huevos is eggs. Am I right? Yeah. And then huevos, eggs, meaning the balls. 2 of them. Pair of balls. You asked
Or
me.
set.
A
Couple,
pair, a
right.
set. You asked me. I'm telling you. Happy Hanukkah, by the way. Mazel tov. Forgot to mention that.
Let me just... All right, let me just gather. I don't know. How do we get to balls? I don't even know. How do we get to that?
You said the chutzpah.
Okay, yes. Okay, then you went off.
I did all the synonyms.
Oh, but can I tell you something, Brittany? You just, as much as you just said, I never ask someone to compliment my shoes.
Yeah.
You just did it to all of the listeners. So everyone, you know that you have to write an email.
But they know that I'm wearing something I'm not even wearing shoes.
Well, we'll take a picture of your shoe. Do me a favor. Take a picture of your shoes. Let's put this on social media.
It's not a big
because everybody
deal.
knows now. No, it's not a big deal now because what is it? Too late?
Yeah, I needed it in the moment. It's over. Moving on.
Clearly, you have not moved on.
I'm moving on now. I said Happy Hanukkah. So I want to move on to something else. Let's talk.
Wait, what
enough
about Kwanzaa?
me.
Hold on a second.
When is Kwanzaa? I have no idea.
You need to look that up. If you know
Hey,
where,
Siri.
I think it's now. Now.
When is Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa starts on Wednesday.
Okay, good.
December 26th.
Okay, perfect.
We didn't miss
Oh,
it.
the day after. Okay.
We didn't miss it.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I want to talk about your week. A lot of crazy things, amazing crazy things have happened. A lot with QVC.
Yeah. It's been an incredible couple of weeks. So my clients, as you know, I think that many of you know, if you know my AOE conferences, and we have a 2-minute elevator pitch, and the pitch competition, the winner was Kevin Lane from the company Creative Castle. Incredible product. He's been on Kelly and Ryan and just a number of different shows pretty much all over the United States in a very, very short space of time. It has not even been a year that he developed this product. And he's all over the map. Anyway, so I pitched his product to QVC Television, you guys know. And I know some of you are tuning in for the first time. I've been with QVC for over 18 years. HSN, same. Evine Live, which used to be Shop NBC. So I bring products to national television. I also invent, develop, manufacture, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so this guy, Creative Castle, Kevin Lane and his wife, Lauren, I brought them to QVC, and QVC said yes. QVC said yes. So they will be on QVC television for Christmas in July. So this is a great celebration. Congratulations to Kevin and Lori, his wife, because it takes a lot of work. Number one, to develop a product, manufacture it. There's so much that goes into it. There's so much goes into inventing a product, developing it, and getting it on the market. They're very, very unique couple who've done this together as a team. And believe me, there's been a lot of ups and downs in getting the product developed and prototyping over and over again. But QVC, we presented the product to QVC, and they said yes, they love it. It's a no-brainer. So guys, stay tuned. I'll let you know. I will give you updates. Please make sure you go to my website, Inventing ATOZ, for updates. Go to our podcast. I keep on coming back to our podcast because we'll keep on giving you updates here also and let you know what's happening with our clients.
Now, you had multiple meetings at QVC, didn't you?
I did. So I have another product called Couture Patties. And I'm not going to give you too much information about that yet because we got a few things to do. But I want you to stay tuned for that too. So Couture Patties.
Is it Couture or Couture?
Core, K-O-R-T-U-R-E. Couture. K-O-R-T-U-R-E patties.
Couture?
Core.
Like Juicy Couture?
Not like Juicy Couture, like Couture Patties. Couture. K-O-R. It's very different. You're talking C-O.
But it's
this
Couture.
Is K-O-R.
Pronounce it again?
Couture. K-O-R-T-U-R-E.
Couture.
Patties.
I see. I'm getting all tongue tied now.
Well, I think it's that glass of wine that you just had.
I've had several.
I think
glasses.
This is a Pinot Grigio that you're drinking.
Yes.
So you had a Pinot and a slice.
Yes.
Pinot and a slice with sausage and peppers, and
it was delicious.
I think we're going to start doing this on every Thursday night. Pizza and wine. I like that. Right.
It's a good combination.
So I think it's the Pinot that's got you all jacked up.
Probably.
So Couture Patties. My client Sophia is magnificent. She's a go-getter. She does not stop. So it's been a great week of very, very creative and ambitious clients that I've brought to QVC. And I think they're well, Kevin's in, as I said, Create a Castle. Incredible. Him and Lori. Great job. Stay tuned. Go to QVC.com to keep checking. But come to my website because I'll definitely have them on my site. And they'll be on the show, by the way. So listen up because they will be on the show in the next couple of weeks talking about what's happening.
That's great. Yeah, Kevin Lane is amazing. Really nice guy. Can't wait to see what's in their future. And speaking of, Kevin Lane and Couture Patties and these Couture Patties I know you've had for a while. And since it's the season and a lot of people, getting gifts, they're, oh my gosh, I'm spending so much money on gifts and this. I completely lost track of my own product. And a lot of people, as funny as it is, people become very negative for 1 month. And then once January hits, oh my God, positivity. I got a new year, new me, new this. But in these months, I guess the winter months too, because a lot of people get depressed during the winter and all of that, they seem to have like a lull of, oh my gosh, how can I do this? I have so much to do. I have gifts to buy. It's like, I'm not going to be able to do this in time. How am I ever going to do this?
Well, you know what? Like my Motivational Monday. Okay, so your business practices have to stay intact. So like I said for Motivational Monday, make a production list. Don't have your business lag behind because you'll be in a lot of trouble, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Stay on course, make notes every single day, create a production list and check things off. Get up earlier. I say get up earlier during this time and do your business earlier, especially if you're doing emails. If you're emailing people, and that's really the core part of your business, and that's the part of mine. Like my business, for the most part, is responding to people, returning emails, returning phone calls, or letting people know the best time to call. So for email purposes, I write down all of the people. I write the names of all of the people that I need to reach back out to and connect with them. And I email and I check it off on my list. How good does it feel when you make a list and you can check off the things that you're doing? Make a list and check it twice.
That was a good tie-in. No, that's good. But, the months up from, I guess, maybe even late October to mid to after Christmas or whatever, people, they can do the production list, but for some reason they could be in a depression.
Why? What do you think that is?
Because it's winter, it's cold.
Winter doldrums, I think it's called, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's like they're pushing, but they are just so tired and they try to have a positive attitude, but it's like something creeps in. Like I really think it is because of the weather. Something
Not
creeps
a lot of
in. It's
sunshine
like,
happening anymore.
No, it's, especially living in Jersey, we get snow here, sun here sometimes. One day it's 60, the next day it's 30. What positive things could you say? And my thing is, and I was just talking about this with John, finding a silver lining, that is really,
and there's
really
always a
crucial
silver
to
lining.
do. Yeah.
There is a silver lining. So remember the other day when it was 57 degrees? It was 57 degrees. I acted like it was mid-August and pretty much wanting to run on the beach naked or with a bikini.
That's extreme.
Or,
Okay.
well, never mind. Full bathing suit. And a cover-up. But it was the best day for me because it was warm. I got out early. I was able to do some, a whole lot of errands because the weather was nice. So when it is nice outside or when it's not, get a sun lamp, bring something into your house.
Yeah, how
and
do
we
you
talked
push
about this the other
yourself?
day.
Because it's a lot of people get into this depression.
I push myself because I know that I'm going to get to the other side. Okay, I'm going to get to the other side of this. I dangle a carrot in front of myself. Take a look at something that's super positive. And I give you the most minimal things that can excite you. Whether it's, and I've said this before, put on the pot of coffee the night before so that when you get up in the morning, you smell the coffee, right? Go out, get yourself a sun lamp, plug it in, and put your face under it. Honestly, there's a purple light that you can get, this UV lighting that makes you feel better, because I think that what happens is we're missing a lot of sunlight. So we're not as happy because there's not enough. And I'm not a scientist or a doctor. I'm just telling you that I know that I love the sunlight, and that makes me very happy. When it's sunny outside, when it's bright, when it's warmer, I'm more motivated to do my tasks, my day-to-day, do my business better. But do something, plan something for yourself that's extremely exciting, whether it's in the middle of the day or at the end of the day. Give yourself something to look forward to. You got to fight through it. You really have to fight through it, because we're not all happy motivational Monday. You hear me say that, but it's not always a happy and motivational Monday. You got to talk yourself off the ledge sometimes and say, okay, what do I do? What makes me happy? What are the things that really make me happy? And you have to go back to that point. Honestly, the other day I said to Phil, I said, you know what? This time of year, I need to do something outside of just working. And I do a lot of great things with AOE, and we have a blast with our ladies and things like that. But I said, what was the thing that really turned me on when I was younger and before I had my children, and that I did that was exciting? Besides dancing, it was playing tennis and playing volleyball, and and I love dancing, of course. So I said to him, I want to find a hip hop class, and I want to start dancing a couple of days a week, doing some hip hop, because that brings me energy. It brings me life and light and excitement, and just brings my energy level to a whole different place. And that's what you have to do. You have to find that thing. And you know what that thing is. We may not want to turn it on because we're too depressed to find it, but you got to find that thing before you go low.
Yes.
Before you get to that low. And write this in your journal and read your journal. What was the thing that made me so happy that I couldn't even take it? You know that feeling, right? You feel it to your core. Like, oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. You got to go back to that thing. And that's why journaling is so important. Don't just journal the things that are bad in your life, or you think that are bad in your life. Journal the good things and go back to that so you remember. Because sometimes we're so down that we don't remember the great things, right? And I understand that sometimes happens for people once a year. And it happens, I think, for everybody. The doldrums. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily have to be for everybody this time of year when it starts getting darker earlier. Some people feel it in the summertime. Maybe they're alone and they're not with somebody. They're single. They're not dating. Whatever the things are, find a happy place for yourself, because we all have it. Remember you. Remember yourself. And you just got to go out and do the thing that makes you happy.
Don't stop.
Never stop.
Everyone gets a moment where you can just be venting. Everyone can vent. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to do that? Just vent. As long as you're not stuck, because venting is very good for you. I usually cry. Well, I used to cry 3 times a day. And I've gotten a lot better. I think it's down
I think that happened when you were 5, Brittany. I think you have...
Right, but now I cry over stupid things. Like when I see something cute, I'll cry.
Well, that's beautiful then.
But,
I mean, that's an
know,
emotion, don't you think? And it's okay to cry.
Yeah, everyone, if you're holding something in, cry it out. If you're frustrated, if you're scared, cry, and then have that moment, pick yourself up, and just do it.
Wait, I want to share a story. When Brittany was, you were in tennis. You were taking tennis classes, and you were, we
were just playing tennis.
Yeah, we were playing tennis. You must have been what, 10?
Maybe 12.
Yeah, 10, 12 years old. And you were getting very frustrated because you were missing the ball, and just kept missing it over and over again. And you had taken tennis classes prior. And for some reason, this day she was completely off and just was just having a hard time. Anyway, so she missed the last ball, and all of a sudden she drops her racket and she just starts bawling. She puts her racket down, she falls to the ground, and she just starts bawling. I said, Brittany, what's the matter, sweetheart? She goes, I just have to cry. It just feels better when I cry. So she just cried and cried. And I held her, and she cried. And then after a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes or so, she goes, that feels so much better. She goes, I just had to let that out. And she was young. I mean, a young little girl. And she knew that was her thing. Once you cry, and for many of us, some of us have to scream and shout. And Brittany just had to cry. I mean, you still cry. You still cry.
I cry a lot.
You cry a lot, but it's a beautiful cry. I mean, you cry over things that are beautiful, and babies and puppies and movies, and it's good that you do that. You're very emotional, and there's nothing wrong with being emotional. And people say, they look at that as a negative, but it's not.
No,
it's
and
letting your feelings show.
Yes, and going to, if you have a product that you care so strongly about, you cry over it. That's when you know you're in the business. That's when you know you're meant to do something. If you're crying over your product because, oh man, I was so close. Why couldn't I have just gotten this? We should have did this. Thank God you're acting that way because you're meant to do it. That means you're in love with what you do. You're passionate.
Yep. You're passionate about the product.
You stand by your product and you want to succeed.
I love what you just said too, because when you are crying about your product or you're passionate about it, and things happen during the process, again, journaling what happened to you, it's a part of the journey, right? So everything that happens is a part of the journey. So all of the pitfalls that happen are a part of your growth. Okay? It's only going to make you grow. If that thing didn't happen, you're not growing from what did not happen. It happened, and now you're going to grow from that spot. So whatever you could have changed, you change, or it should have happened in order to help you to grow. So passion is right, Brittany. So being passionate is not a bad thing, whether you're crying over something or laughing or giving somebody a compliment or saying thank you or hugging someone that really needs a hug.
Yeah. Everyone deserves something.
Everybody. So, just to wrap up the kindness thing, I love the kindness. I love when people show their true gratitude, show their kindness. Don't be afraid to do that, because so many people are inhibited for whatever the reasons are. We're not, clearly. We love to show people love and tell people when they're doing something kind for us. And it means a lot to the other person, the recipient. And even if they don't say something back because they're shy, all of these things have to be taken into consideration. Okay? You got to remember this. Everybody is not as outgoing as you, Brittany Askeles. everybody does not have the Brittany Ascalise personality where Brittany can go up to you and say, you look phenomenal, or I love your shoes. How about saying something about mine? Everybody's not that.
No,
and it's really
no.
the truth. And it's not anything personal. It's not, everybody's not like you. Everybody's special in their own way. And you can't judge someone because they didn't tell you something that you wanted to hear. Because they're not you.
No. And I think we should take the time to have our listeners email us if you have a product and you're proud of it. If it's patented, say what the product is. I am proud of my product. XYZ. Or just email us about anything. You know, it's the time of year where you want to give, or just say something. If you want to give me a compliment, go right ahead. I'll be waiting. Anything you want to do.
So email us. And what's the email address, Brittany? Where can they find us?
TheAdventurouspodcast@gmail.com.
Let's spell that.
The whole thing?
TheAdventurouspodcast@gmail.com. Yes, the whole thing. No more Pinot for you.
Well,
I'll spell it for
right,
you.
go
The
ahead.
Inventress. The TH. Inventress. INVENT.
wait, the TH, you forgot the E.
E.
I think you had too much Grigio.
I had no Pinot Grigio. The THE. Inventress. INVENTRESS. podcast@gmail.com. So email us any questions you have. I'd love to hear your comments, especially about this show. This was quite interesting, this topic. Well, the various topics. So
I'm happy
topics.
we got to talk about a few different things because it's the month of December and I really want to make a point that giving is the biggest thing. Also, you do know we have AOE, Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs. If you want to check that out, AOE.com, AOWIE.com. Any of my mother's services, inventinga2z.com, ATOZ.com. Yes, I'm spelling it out.
You know what? I'm proud of you for repeating it twice. You don't ever say things twice.
It's the season of giving and it's the Grigio.
Repeat.
So
Right.
also, guys, remember to rate and review and also subscribe to the podcast because it helps us reach new listeners and helps us continue to grow. So if you want to help us out, season of giving, season of subscribing and rating, please do so. And if you know someone that you need some uplifting words, we're always here to spread the love. And of course, you can follow my mom at Lisa Ascalise on Facebook and The Inventress on Instagram. I believe it's The Inventress on Twitter as well. Mm-hmm. Always doing a motivational Monday, always doing some type of tip of the week, shouting out her clients. She does so much for these people and they are so grateful for everything. And, she's honest. My mom's very honest. She won't take advantage because she's been there before. We've talked about this numerous times. And just think about it. If you're hesitant, write an email, even call.
What's the email again? Repeat that.
TheAdventurouspodcast@gmail.com
Mm-hmm.
or info@inventinga2z.com if you want to just go straight to the business end. So a lot of outlets, a lot of ways to connect. I was going to give out my Instagram, but I don't want to. You'll find me. You
can give your Instagram.
I'm very private.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't think you're so private, Brittany.
Well, no.
You'll be able to find Brittany. So
You'll find me. If you follow my mom, you'll find me.
Right. So guys, please, absolutely make sure. I'm doing consultations, every single day. But for the month in January, we're doing a special for the new year. And I know all of you inventors and entrepreneurs out there are ready to start a brand new season for your businesses in 2019. I know, believe me, I started getting emails already. You guys started early this year. You want to start a new business. You want to up your business. You want to find other ways of making it attractive, branding wise. So please make sure, like Brittany said, email me. Go to my website too and check me out. inventingatoz.com. That's inventingatoz.com. You'll see all of the different services that I do offer in my for-profit business. Also, we're having something, I'm going to keep on saying this, February 2nd, Saturday, February 2nd, we're going to have a lunch and learn. You will learn everything about business, from entrepreneurship. If you have a product, an invention, just starting a business, you want to patent something, we're going to have patent attorneys available. The Gerhardt Law will be available to speak with. We'll also have some social media. Tara Akaway, who does my social media, will be at this event. So it's February 2nd, 2019 at the Hilton Garden Inn, Route 70 it's actually in Lakewood. Tom's River and Lakewood are very, very close, but it's in Lakewood, New Jersey. Contact us. You can call for more information. 732-647-5433. 732-647-5433. You will have me, Lisa Astley, the inventress, teaching this workshop all afternoon long, which is very unusual. It doesn't happen. Just once in a while. But please take that information. And you'll be able to find that on my website. Go to inventingatoz.com. So are we wrapping up, Brittany?
We're good.
We're good? Okay, until next time, guys, please continue to always lift each other up 2 hands at a time so we can bridge that gap between ambition and success.